Adventure number 6 starts
here. We're here in Tully, New York, and the plan for today is to visit a couple of waterfalls and to take a nice hike up to what is supposed to be a very nice view of the area. Here in the southern tier and in the Finger Lakes regions, it's very difficult to get to a top of a hill and have a nice clear view. We are such a nice wooded area that we're always surrounded by trees, and it's very hard to get a nice vista of the surrounding area. But the hike we're going to go on today is supposed to lead to one of those areas. So we'll see what we find. Since we're shooting water and a waterfall, I'm going to put the polarizing filter on, try to remove any reflections, darken up areas that we want darkened up. So for this shot, I've got the main waterfall in the top of the frame, and I'm capturing this lower little rapids down here on the bottom part of the frame. As always with moving water, I'm experimenting with a number of different shutter speeds. Right now it's looking like about 1/8 of a second, maybe 1/10 of a second. Seems to be giving me the look that I'm after. So that was Bucktail Falls. Today's video does have a topic. I used to listen to NPR radio quite a bit. Now I listen to podcasts. But back when I used to listen to the radio, I would hear a short little program by Garrison Keillor of Prairie Home Companion fame. He had a short little segment, I believe he called it the Author's Notebook. So he would highlight an author or a little piece of work or a little poem or a short essay and give some information about the author. And he ended each of his episodes with a little moniker that I really enjoyed, and I'd love to steal it and use it for my own because it was really good, but I decided instead to try to come up with one of my own. So Garrison Keillor's moniker was "Be well, do good work, and keep in touch." So today's topic, I'm going to try to describe my moniker, which I'll start using from now on. And the first portion of my little phrase is "be content." And I'll give you some more details about what I mean by that in a little bit. We've reached our second location for today, the Labrador Hollow Unique Area. And here we're going to find another waterfalls, Tinker's Falls, and we're going to try to take that hike to the viewpoint, the vista. Now, a unique area, you might be asking yourself, what exactly is that? I've seen signs for these along highways in New York State and in other states, and I never was quite sure what they were. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that here in New York State, we have state forests, we have state parks, and we have these unique areas. And each one of those has their own set of rules about what you can and can't do within the confines of those areas. So in a unique area, you are not allowed to do any overnight camping. Now, this particular unique area is a little valley that's contained between two tall hilltops. It's a thin valley that has its own microclimate. And within this microclimate, you find unique plants and animals. And that's what makes this unique area special, Labrador Hollow. Be content. Be happy. Be satisfied with what you have and who you are. But that doesn't mean forever. I'm a big believer in constant improvement, so you should always be trying to improve yourself and your situation, but at the time, be happy and content with what you have. The second part of my phrase is stay curious. Be content, stay curious. We're now off to find Tinker Falls. It's supposed to be about a 0.2 mile hike down the trail, and then we'll continue on and try to get to the viewpoint. Let's see what we find. I think it's this way. This is a very nice path along the side of the babbling brook, and I think I spotted the waterfall just up ahead. I've worked out a composition here where this little flow coming through is going to be on the bottom left-hand side of the frame, with the main waterfall further in the background up in the upper right part of the frame. Again, I'll be experimenting with some different shutter speeds till I find the exact look that I like. Well, I made it to the top of the waterfall. There were some steps and some wetness and some mud, a little bit of scrambling, not too bad, mostly steps. Now here's the path that should take us to the scenic overlook. This viewpoint we're headed to is also supposed to be a place where hang gliders can begin their journey. And we are heading uphill, so it probably will be a nice spot to not only see the surrounding valley and the pond down below, but also to launch your hang glider. Stay curious. Any topic there are millions of questions that can be asked and hopefully answered. Sometimes you might be able to find a knowledgeable friend that may know the answers. You can always Google at your own peril. Many times you'll get respected and believable information. You have to watch out for the occasional nonsense. Be content, stay curious, and number 3, enjoy the moment. More on that soon. It's been a very overcast morning. The forecast was for partly sunny, and you may see the sun finally now is starting to pop out. And there are still some clouds, but I'd say they've finally gotten it. This is what I would call partly sunny. Sun and clouds. Made it to the top.